delay. Yung lab test, matagal talaga. Kasi parang sa Marikina, di ba?
Nagpa-upgrade tayo for the future.
I-push na habang may time.
I-push na natin. Basta may pondo naman. May plano po ba kayo po yun? Possible po yun. Pero yung sa laboratory po siguro, bago po tayo siguro tayo magpa-credit, dapat ma-credit po yung mga medical hospital natin, like Nationwide and IDR and Cesarian. Kasi mas may capability po sila. So, sa atin, doon po tayo mag-research natin. Mas hindi sila po invested po. Kasi sa bago, capital hour.
Kung meron pa kayo ng checklist nun, kung ano yung requirements, baka pwede ma-furnish po kami. Yung checklist ng copy kung paano ma-accredit, baka gusto i-push kasi ni counter bakay.
Laboratory accreditation.
Or hospital din po. Para matulungan rin namin kayo kung may makulang pa po, pwede natin i-push. Kahit na hindi humin, for the long. Ma-furnish na lang po kami.
Dialysis center po. Kailan natin ma-offer? Ay, katulad po nung natin last time dito, na pag nag-firm na po ng MOA, start na po yung carpentry, and 6 months, na po. Kaya lang po na-suspend po dahil dito sa COVID po. At saka yung dialysis natin, ginawa po natin yung
okay, last question, Councilor Roy.
Kailangan natin ng purchase ng vitamins, kailangan ng mga pumunta sa CCL Group, mga gamot na kailangan. Di ba pwede yung i-purchase natin ng vitamins, pili na lang ng yung gamot na yung para sa sinagat ng ato. Kasi ang daming daming nakakagat ng ato. Pupunta sila sa amin. Nagpapatulog doon na injection daw na parang wala ka kayong binibigay naman ng gamit.
Sir, sa vitamins po, pagka-boost lang po yung nag-iigas. So, ang pagkasi natin na kung malakas yung katawan natin, less po tayo magkakasakit. Yun po. Yung sa anti-rabies naman po, may dumarating din pong gamot, kaya lang madali ko na po. So, dapat yung responsible person ownership po dapat ang natin. Kung kayo ng araw. May namatay kasi sa dito. So, kung kayo natin mag-i-alay, ng 1 billion pala sa data, bakit hindi tayo mag-i-alay ng mga 100,000 o 200,000?
Ano naman? Hindi, nakalagay naman dito, para sa rabies.
Pero hindi na natin sila magayahin. Kasi ang isang reason kung bakit sila namamatay, yung mga tao, dahil pupunta sila sa center, magbabayad sila. Sa hospital, magbabayad sila. So, bakit hindi natin i-open ngayon, i-libre natin sila, para hindi na sila matakot na lumapit. So, pag nakagat sila, magpapa-inject talaga sila, diba?
Is that possible, ma'am? Dito sa under procurement of medicines, COVID-related lang ba ito o kasama na yung other medicine? Kasi kasama hypertension eh. Kasama ba ang vaccine sa...
Nilagay lang po sa magsabi lang po ng medicine.
Okay.
Yun lang po nirequest namin medicine po na kailangan.
Any naman. Pwede pwede may pondo naman yung CHO. Sige ma'am.
Sir, ay may ano po. Kasi yan mong bayanihan grant, yung mga medicines lang po pwede natin i-secure, COVID-related meds. No other, ano po, hindi po tayo bumili ng vaccine for the anti-rabies. Basta,
What do we have sa budget ng CHO or sa general fund? We have.
Sir, meron tayo, pero hindi sa ganun karami. Kasi nga, ang ina-advocate po nila is bakit tayo bibili sa anti-rabies vaccine. Mahal, mas yung former dating doktora po natin, Dr. Parambas, mas gusto niya na i-vaccinate po lahat yung aso kasi mas mura kaysa yung bibili tayo ng Actine vaccine na para sa tao. meron po tayong pambili doon at nabibigay naman po kami national government na anti-rabies vaccine.
Hindi, ang concern lang kasi ng mga konsehal, sa amin kasi lumalapit eh. So, lagi kami naghahanap ng kahate, gano'n, kaya parang, so, is it possible, kung may pondo naman, let's say once endorsed by the councilor, pwede bang i-subsidize naman ng LGU? Parang siguro yun yung inaano natin.
Meron po tayong pera under primary health care program. Siguro, i-reprogram din po yun, yung mga hindi nagamit. Kung gusto ninyo, hindi na doktora na i-reprogram, pwede po. Meron po tayong pondo para doon.
Okay. Primary health care. Let us wrap up natin ang last two siguro, councilor na sige.
Problema kasi kung sa mga nakakagat ng aso, kailangan silang magkambag-ambag para makabili sila ng bakuna na yung i-inject sa kanila.
Well, it's how I see it, it's really two ways, no? Yung isa, talagang, I agree naman na, alaga, aso mo, alaga mo, di ba? So, at the same time, maganda rin yung sinabi is to i-vaccinate. Pero siguro, for emergency purposes, kailangan meron din tayo para at least to save the people na konsidensyang nakagat. No? So, anong gusto niyo po? Magkaroon tayo ng
Para doon na nakagat.
para sa makagat.
Yung mga, hindi mo kasi maiwasang mabakti ng aso ng aso.
Sige, pag-aralan na natin yung primary healthcare fund.
Marami yung nagpapaisip talaga sila. Kahit na hindi lang ng anti-rabies, gusto nila magpa-inject din.
Agad ba? Dahil hindi na kailangan. Depende.
Ang kwento kasi namin, pag sabi nila kasi pag twice na daw po na-vaccine yung aso, so okay na po. Kaso, sinasabi po namin kasi buhay po yun.
Okay, siguro ang resolution natin doon, we will look into the primary healthcare budget of the city health office para possibly maalatan yung tetanus and rabies sa mga very emergency or emergency. But regarding po dito, iklaro lang po namin na it has to be COVID related. Nasagot naman lahat ng tanong. Okay na. So, before I ask Ma'am Miles, Ma'am, since mag-GCQ na tayo or mag-new normal, are we prepared kaya kung biglang tumaas dito sa Pangasinan?
Sir, ang tanong po namin, siguro yung balik tayong basic talaga, yung preventive measures. And CHO naman po is nagkagara-barangay for the surveillance of fever and respiratory symptoms po. At saka open naman po tayo din sa start of fever po namin. So, siguro sa part po ng health, bantayan po natin yung mga kababayan po natin na mga
So, monitoring.
pa rin tayo lang.
What? I think
Bibili pa rin tayo.
last time po usapan was worth 500,000 yung nabanggit ni
Ilang piraso yun?
dito po kami sa parang hindi ko i-check natin kay budget officer mamaya siguro. Sige ma'am, kung wala na po kay Dr. Dana, thank you very much Dr. Dana. Paghandaan na natin. Thank you Dr. Daphne. Ayun. Dr. Daphne, question po, yung sa pagbabarangay niyo po, may schedule po kayo doon?
Sinasabay ko po sa immunization ng mga legal ko para sa maraming patient.
Okay, so how do you... Kasi for example, ako, sabi ni Councilor Bakay, ako senior citizen ako from Barangay Makatiw, kunyari. Hindi na ako pupuntang bayan, aantayin na lang ko kayo doon sa barangay. So, naka-announce po ba yan kung anong day kayo pupunta sa barangay?
Sir, usually, mga midwife po, a day, 2 days or 1 day ahead po, nagsasabi po sila sa barangay captain para at least ma-disseminate po yan.
Okay, so pwede pa notify rin po siguro kami dito to of your schedule para at least matulungan po namin kayo mag-disseminate. Kasi kung pupunta po kayo doon pero hindi alam ng tao, parang ilan lang rin yung pupunta sa inyo, di ba?
Yes, sir.
Nakilang barangay po kayo in 2 days?
Dalawa pa lang, sir.
One per day.
Bulan na
maliagaan po kami.
Nakakailan po kayo per...
Kahapon sir, medyo konti po sa bulan kasi
Hindi pa
po
nila.
nagtawag ng mga DHW.
Yun nga po eh. So I think we have to inform them maybe 2-3 days before para imbis na punta sila dito, punta sila dun sa inyo.
Yes sir.
Ingat-ingat na lang po kayo rin para at least stay safe po.
Thank you po.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Dana. Thank you, Dr. Dana. So, siguro in brief lang, knowledge mo ba dito na stas, ma'am? Sa'yo yung pinakamahirap na tanong. So, ano na ba? EECQ, GCQ, kasi may mga nakasalang po kami ordinances dito na napag-usapan natin for GCQ. Eh kung low risk na tayo, modified, kung modified na tayo, no. What do we do? What do we plan for?
So, magandang hapon po sa lahat. Kanina pong alas 12, nanakit po ni Secretary Roque na nasa low risk category po ang Region 1. So, including po tayo doon. And actually, wala pa po talaga tayong hawak na guidelines. Nag-aantay pa po tayo ng guidelines kung paano natin, kasi bago po yun eh, bagong categorization. Paano natin i-implement ang low risk category? Plano lang po namin magpagawa ng tarpaulin to welcome COVID into Mexico. Kasi it's open. It will be open na po, no quarantine. No community quarantine. So mas paghandaan po natin, siguro mas, ang iniisip namin ngayon, mas ay tingin po natin yung ating health protocols when it comes to those who will be coming back from, especially sa mga high-risk areas.
But we still have to monitor.
Yes.
So, siguro, kung habang, sabi namin kayo na, habang wala pang guidelines, we just implement GCQ. Kung hindi tayo GCQ na lang.
Yun po yung inaantay natin kung pwede pa rin, kung may kalayaan pa rin po ang LGU na gumawa ng sarili nilang guidelines po.
I believe yung Pangasinan is may asterisk. So, depende pa hanggang May 14. And depende at kay Go.
Depende po kung wala na po, tsaka kung wala na pong mag-offer ng kaso.
Yeah. So, any questions to one question, Councilor Season?
Yun po yung inaisip namin na isa sa health protocols pa rin po natin na hindi natin tatanggalin. Na magkaroon pa rin natin quarantine, na mandatory quarantine pa rin po yung mga manggagaling po sa mga infected areas for our safety.
Unless ipagbawal ng IATF. Yun naman ang conclusion. Pero, nag-initial meeting naman nakahapon, ang initial ay pinaghahandaan yung GCQ. So, kung wala namang guidelines yung IATF na bawal yan, we will implement the GCQ guidelines as of usapang tao. So, good luck sa ating lahat and ihanda nila yung tarp. Thank you very much. If may concerns na po yung councilors regarding checkpoints, mga papasok, palabas, they will just contact you na lang mga para.
FYI na rin po sa body po. As of last week po, tinanggal na po sa LGU ang pag-i-issue ng travel authority or travel pass. It will be the PNP na po ang in charge po sa pag-check ng mga papasok sa kalalabas po ng mga borders, ng mga checkpoints.
If inter-province or inter-region. Pero pag within Pangasinan pa lang problema na.
Ay, ganun pa rin.
Ay, ganun pa rin.
Sa GCQ po, may lumabas po na it's the PNP who will still, may checkpoints pa rin po tayo. Sa GCQ po may checkpoints pa rin, nandun pa rin yung checking ng mga papasok tsaka lalabas, tsaka yung thermal scanning po. Yes po.
O may mo,
I-maintain po nila yung mga checkpoints.
may mo kapag pero di pa siya malinaw. As of the moment, ata parang PNP lang yun ata ang issue pa.
May nilabas po kagabi.
Kagabi meron
Opo,
po.
na yung sa...
So, kapit lang tayo. Councilor Ladok?
Ang narinig ko po, mayroon pong next wave, pero para po sa mga PWD senior citizens, yun po yung narinig ko lang po, ano na lang po kayo, pa-confirm na lang po kayo mga
Okay, thank you very much for Mary Dolastas. Good luck to all of us. Lastly, we'd like to acknowledge Madam Rowena Luis to answer a few questions. Diyan na lang? Gusto niyo na lang? Sige, ano ba yung kanina? So, nasagot na natin yung... Any questions to our budget officer? Answer na daw.
Magkano lang na budget natin ang budget na yan. Tsaka doon sa sarili ko, gusto natin ang gawin sa
Ito ako dito ng balanse kay Ma'am Marinela, manibigay po po tayo ng lahat.
Oh, ma'am, may question nga kanina si Councilor Apple, yung out of the, di ba yun, balance? Bayad niya na.
Yan sa bayanihan, sir, at hindi lang po talaga nagalaw yan procurement of immediate and kits for COVID-19.
The rest, ubus na.
May mga nag-iwag pa, sir, mga 200,000.
So, ang gusto sana ng body, ma'am, maubos to by...
Inububos po namin talaga, sir, kasi ibabalik po natin kung mayroong mga balance
Hindi nga.
dyan.
So, yun daw, ubos na daw lahat, except yung reagents. So, yung reagents, yung number 3. Yun na daw ang hindi pa nagalaw.
Sir, yung 1 million, ilalagay yung from testing kits na 1 million, idadagdag po sa purchase of vitamins. So, may iwan doon 1 million para sa testing kit.
Pero,
Pwede naman, sir, i-align lahat yan kasi although nasa menu, pwede mo naman hindi gawin kasi nga sabi nga nila hindi sa-operate yung graphic test. At saka wala tayong accredited laboratory. Hindi naman ho tayo pwede magpa-accredit because yung ating facility, mas malayong maganda naman yung sa Region 1. Kaya mahirap po tayo mag-accredit. Pero they're trying yata na kumukontak sila yung para sa swab, yung swab testing ng gagawin. Pero 1 million na lang yung sinalagay na lang.
Pwede.
Yun yung sinabi niya.
Pwede, pero parang gusto ata mag-testing ni Mayor eh. And yun, ewan ko kung nag-usap kayo ulit pero 2 weeks ago sabi nga...
Sabi niya, kaya 1 million yung pinag. Hindi sir, swab. Kasi rapid daw sa ways of money kasi nga hindi sa accurate.
Ano ba bang nasa menu, ma'am? Wala bang ibang nasa menu?
Sir, yan lang kasi yung pinakamadali kong gawin. Sa menu kasi ng bayanihan, sir, pwede ka magpagawa ng mga tests or facilities. Pero mas pinakamadali po kasi yan.
Any questions to our budget officer? Any other else? In the event na tumaas ang cases, ma'am, ihanda niyo na yung budget natin kung ano, papang ano natin.
Yung pondo, ma'am, galing sa national to. Yung pondo natin dito, ma'am, yung nilabas natin, natasin naman natin.
Hindi naman lahat exhausted. Yung mga 5 million pag naiwan dun sa karet at saka
Out of, ilan yun?
may bigay akong hard copy po kasi nandun po kasi yung mga balanse.
Bigyan ng copy si Councilor Tao.
Yes, ma'am. Yung CDR, ma'am. Yung nakaalat sa CDR lang.
Yes, ma'am. Nagbigay po akong balanse. Yung sa current, sa taras na 2018, taras na 2019, may balance po ako.
Ibili na po lahat yun. Ibili na naman.
Hindi pa, ma'am, meron pa akong naiwan. Pero yung sa release goods, yun yung halos lahat exhausted na. Pero yung sa men, sa PTs, may mga balanse pa po.
Okay. Last question, Councilor De Castro.
Yung sa pondo natin na pinili, magkano ba na? Kasi, ang iniisip ko, what if second wave of COVID, at hindi ganun lawak kundi sa ating lang talaga. So, ang iniisip ko, baka hindi tayo maparating sa kaas na hindi tayo bibigyan ng lahat. Sufficient ba yung pondo natin? Kasi, tingin ko from January to February, wala ka. Wala ka, diba?
Wala.
So, minimal na
Sir, nakaset aside po yung ating 20% development fund. Hindi yung, ayun. May mga 55 billion po tayo doon. That is actual money.
aside from the 55 billion, meron ba kami?
Yes sir, pwede pang maghanap sa, sir, yung sa peace and order program, pwede natin gawin, sa God. Kasi may mga circular na sila may laban.
May mga ilang million yung pwede natin gawin, may mga 150 million.
Wala naman sir, kasi yung
I'm just comparing sa amount na ito, no? This 40 million plus yung galing sa fund natin, one is fund of more or less 45 days. So, binisimulate ko lang just in case I hope it will not, no? Pero still, we must take into consideration the possibility, no?
na may mga standby fund po.
Thank you very much, Madam Lorena Luis, City Budget Officer. Thank you. So we will now, any clarification pa na wala na? We will now list the suspension of the rules. So what is the pleasure of the body regarding the proposed resolution? Councilor Siri Barabat.
Mr. Chair, I move that item number 1 of the proposed resolution be elevated the business of the day for deliberation of approval.
It's been moved by Councilor Lalok, seconded by Councilor Labago and Councilor Season for the inclusion of the said item in the business of the day for deliberation. Any objection? Hearing none, the said resolution is included in the business of the day. Next item, resolution. Secretary.
Resolution expressing gratitude to the donors of items, materials, services, and support of government's response against COVID-19.
So, the Sangguniang would like to maybe acknowledge that po na tumulong sa ating relief operations. Who would like to sponsor? Councilor Season. Yes po. We have a list of donors here. Papapurnisyon po kayo ng kopya. And then kung meron din po kayong mga kilala na nag-donate sa inyo po or sa LGU, i-submit ulit natin po para magawan po natin sa kanila. So what is your pleasure, Councilor? Include in the business of the day. It's been moved by Councilor Season, seconded by Councilor Appleback and Councilor De Leon for the inclusion of the said item in the business of the day. Any objection? Hearing none, the said item is included in the business of the day. Next item under proposed ordinances, item number 2 and 3. Ano kaya magandang gawin natin dito? Kasi hindi pa natin alam yung guidelines eh. Councilor Doc, shall
I
we?
move that we defer to our next session.
Okay, so
The two items in the proposed
it's
ordinance.
been moved by Councilor Serino Doc, seconded by Councilor, any second, seconded by Councilor Season, that we defer the said ordinances, proposed ordinances, item number 2 and number 3, to our next regular session. Any objection? Hearing none, the said 2 ordinances are hereby deferred to our next regular session. Okay lang, hanggang ano naman to? Hanggang May 15 naman to, di ba? Or any extension of ECQ.
Tsaka hindi pa natin alam yung mga guidelines.
Oo nga, ang gulo eh.
Hindi sigurado eh.
Oo nga.
After lang natin yung after ng meeting, announcements.
Yeah. And the next item, Madam Secretary?
We proceed to the committee reports. The first item is the joint committee report.
Unassigned business, no? Unassigned business.
Ay, okay. Yung price freezer.
The price freeze is under the public hearing already on Thursday. And then the other one is a resolution expressing our deepest sympathies of the Sangguniang Panglusod family to the family of Councilor Michelle Sigundera for the passing of the former Antonio Rene Sison. Working title po, working title. Councilor Sison. It's been moved by Councilor Sison, seconded by Councilor Rapag by Councilor Baca to include the said item in the business of the day for business of the day. Next item, Madam Secretary, public reports.
First item is joint committee report from the hearing on March 20 regarding the review of barangay ordinance of Santa Maria entitled an ordinance prohibiting minors from smoking cigars, cigarettes, and other tobacco products in the barangay.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Actually, po the 3 items on the committee reports, number 1, 2, and 3, for Barangay Santa Maria, Tawi-Tawi, and San Diego. The committee is desirous for another committee hearing on the matter on the same date. And I would just recall was received by the committee is seeking for the rescheduling of another committee. With that, the committee moves for the adoption of this committee report and that another committee hearing will be scheduled for Barangay Santa Maria, Tawi-Tawi, and San Diego on the respective barangay ordinances. Preferably on June 19 at 10 o'clock, 10:30, and 11 o'clock in the morning. For the 3 barangays.
June 19, 2020. 2021. Okay, so Councilor Alfred Alex de Castro moves for the adoption of the committee report. We would like to schedule a committee hearing regarding the said 3 ordinances of the 3 barangays on June 19, 2020, 10 o'clock, 10:30, and 10 and 11 a.m. respectively.
Tapos, pagka may COVID pa,
Next item, Madam Secretary. Item number 4.
Item number 4 is joint committee report from the hearing on March 5 regarding the review of barangay tax ordinance number 2019-01 of barangay plan.
Mr. Chair, during the committee hearing, the barangay captain of Barangay Pandan withdrew the said ordinance from the docket of the Sangguniang. With that, the committee moves for the adoption of the committee report and that the said barangay ordinance be withdrawn from the record of the docket of the Sangguniang.
Okay, it's been moved by Councilor De Castro. Moves to adopt the said committee report and the said item be remanded to the said barangay council. Sorry. Mali ba? So sorry. It's been moved by Councilors Councilor De Castro that for the adoption of the committee report and to delete the said item due to the withdrawal of the said measure by the Punong Barangay of Barangay Pandan. So deleted na. Next item.
Joint Committee report from the hearing held March 5 regarding the review of Barangay Ordinance Number 2019-01 of Barangay Lando.
Mr. Chair, the committee recommended to the proponent that it needs to depart and recommend this measure for further study. With that, the committee moves for the adoption of the committee report and that it is scheduled for another committee hearing separately on June 19 at 11 Parker Plaza, 2020.
Yung ano ba to? Isa lang ba to? Bakit ang Diego po ba isa? Diego po ba? Oh wait, so hindi na hearing to? Hindi na hearing?
Nahiring to pero parang may correction kaya.
Okay. Just review, Councilor Alfred Felix de Castro moves for the adoption of the committee report. Madam Secretary, kindly check the committee report that I'm holding because it's speaking about the Barangay Ordinance 2 and 3 and 4 of Barangay Amanjego. So I defer to the motion of Councilor De Castro for the adoption of his committee report and the said item be scheduled for another committee hearing on June 19, 2020, 11:30 in the morning. Next item.
Joint Committee report from the hearing held March 5 regarding the review of Barangay Tax Ordinance Number 2019-04 of Barangay Poblacion.
On the occasion of the committee hearing, Barangay Ordinance 2019-04 of Barangay Poblacion is within the conferred power of the local government unit under Section 152 of the local government code of 1991. With that, the committee moves for the adoption of the report and that the said ordinance will be to the decision of the day of the deliberation and approval by the committee.
Flash.
Poblacion.
Second paragraph.
Typographical error lang yun.
Hindi, patay isa kasi kanina. Anyway, so, Councilor De Castro moves for the adoption of the committee report. And what happened? Ano ba nangyari sa committee report?
Sir, when we requested from the research section, they submitted those reports to us. Ganyan po yung...
During the committee hearing of Barangay Poblacion, in the first hearing there was a correction.
Okay.
That's why it was referred back to Barangay Poblacion. And thereafter, it was brought back to the committee with the correction. And it was on the occasion of that hearing on March 5, the committee is of the opinion that the barangay ordinance is within the conferred power.
So there was no issue?
Yes.
Okay.
The barangay Amanjego there, that is Maligaya.
Councilor Alfred Felix de Castro moves for the adoption of this committee report and the said item be included in the business committee for deliberation. Next item.
Joint Committee report from the hearing held March 6 regarding the review of Barangay Ordinance Number 2019-01 of Barangay Kapatuan.
On the said occasion, Mr. Chair, the committee is of the opinion and that said barangay ordinance is within the general said barangay ordinance delegated to the business of the day for deliberation.
It has been moved by Councilor Asa Perez de Castro for the adoption of the committee report and the said item be included in the business of the day for deliberation. Next item.
We proceed to the business of the day.
Yung gambling, I reiterate that it will be a public hearing on Thursday. Next item.
We proceed to the business of the day. Under new business, we have the proposed resolution realigning the programming, the Bayanihan grant to cities and municipalities of the city of Alaminos, Pangasinan.
Councilor Serino Lalo.
There are no more questions, so we don't concern of the matter and move forward for action.
It's been moved by Councilor Serino Lalo, seconded by Councilor Rabago, Councilor Padilera, Councilor Tito, Councilor Apollo Gibahan. Any objection, amendment, discussion? Hearing none, the said resolution is hereby adopted. Next item.
Resolution expressing gratitude to the donors of items, materials, services in support of the government's response against COVID-19.
Councilor Season.
There are no more comments regarding the said resolution. I move for its approval.
One more thing title i-retitle natin ng mas contact title. Then we will furnish you with the list and then pag meron po nag-donate sa inyo, pwedeng paki-include na sa listahan para magawa din yung resolution. It's been moved by Councilor Karen Dizon Season, Chairman of Social Welfare, seconded by Councilor De Leon, seconded by all. So the resolution is hereby adopted. One resolution per donor. Next item.
Resolution expressing deepest sympathy to the family of former board member Antonio Season.
Councilor Season. Let's also work on the title. I prefer saying it straight out than passing it to council. Councilor Season.
I move that the said resolution be approved.
Can you repeat your motion, Councilor Season?
Mr. Chair, I move that the said resolution be approved.
It's been moved by Councilor Karen Dizon Season, seconded by all for the adoption of the said resolution. Next item.
Resolution declaring Barangay Ordinance number 4, Barangay Poblacion, entitled Amending Tax Ordinance number 30 of 2008, entitled Revised Barangay Tax Ordinance on Dealing of Fees and Charges, as provided for in Article 4, Section 152, subsection D of the Republic Act 7160, otherwise known as the Local Government Code of 1995, enacted within the conferred powers of the barangay. Isang barangay.
I move for the approval of the said barangay ordinance.
It's been moved by Councilor De Castro, seconded by Councilor Lanoy, Councilor Apelbahay for the adoption of the said resolution. Any objection? Hearing none, the said resolution is approved. Adopted. Next item.
Resolution declaring Barangay Ordinance number 2019-01 of Barangay Cabatuan, entitled Ordinance Ensuring the Welfare and Protection of Minors in Barangay Cabatuan, Alaminos City, Pangasinan, enacted within the conferred powers of the Sangguniang Barangay.
I move for the approval of the said
It has been moved by Councilor De Castro, strongly seconded by Councilor Lanoy, Councilor Apelbahay for the adoption of the said resolution. Any objection? Hearing none, the said resolution is hereby adopted. Next item.
Announcement or reminders?
Announcements, reminders. May resolution ba tayo? Is Councilor Pantelera,
yung i-sponsor ni
Councilor Pantelera, comprehensive,
yung public na, bibigyan na natin
Antayin na muna natin yung guidelines. Any other announcements po or things to tackle? Announcements, Madam Secretary. Okay, there are no more, Councilor Labago?
Yun po public hearing 2 p.m. sa ating convention center.
Okay. 2 p.m. So, kindly attend. Councilor Labago? There. It's been moved by Councilor Labago, strongly seconded by Councilor Doc and Councilor Castro. For the adjournment of today's session. And now call the Sangguniang Pangulunsod regular session for the month of May adjourned. Thank you very much. Guidelines,